Hello guys, Chris here and welcome back to another video. It is one of my friends. I'm going to be testing a GeForce RTX 3080 Ti in the GTA franchise. And I am actually going to play all of the games at 8K today because, well, of course, the older titles aren't really intensive and the newer titles, GTA 5, isn't really intensive, especially for a 3080 Ti, right? Oh, and the definitive editions have DLSS, so 8K plus DLSS, it should be playable here on 3080 Ti. So that's what we're going to do today. Of course, we're using the latest Nvidia drivers at the time of recording this video, which are 512.15. This GPU is not overclocked and it's the Founders Edition model. And over in Tech Power Up GPU-Z, you can check out all of its specs. Resizable bar is enabled, as you can see right there. And over on the left, we're pairing it with a Ryzen 9 5900X and 32GB of RAM. Let's get into GTA 3 from 2 decades ago and a year. Shall we? This is very interesting. It loads everything here in the menu because we're not at 3000 FPS like we were with like the 3060 Ti, for example. So we're playing this, of course, at 7680 by 4320 using max settings, which is just the draw distance set to maximum. So we actually get full GPU utilization here in GTA 3 at 8K, guys. Finally we're not CPU bound in these older titles. We needed to play at 8K though. That's 4 times 4K resolution. It's like having 4K monitors and playing in all of them at once at full res. Can I go back, please? Oh my god. I think we're breaking the physics of the game because the FPS are still very high and the car doesn't go backwards for some reason. I'm clicking S. It doesn't move. What the hell? That's new. Oh no, GPU usage is going down sometimes. It still gets CPU bound. I will need a 5800X 3D to play these games properly because 500 plus FPS is not playable whatsoever, right? Of course, joking. Oh! Stunt bonus! Oh yes, easiest $97 of my life. Alright, that's enough. It runs flawlessly. Actually, no, it doesn't run flawlessly because it has a lot of flaws when you unlock the FPS. So you better lock it to 30. You know, maybe 16K would be a good idea, but I don't have a 16K monitor. And this doesn't have resolution scaling, so we can't really test that out. Look at those FPS, guys! 1337. This is perfect. This is the perfect game for a 3080 Ti, guys. If you were wondering, yes, this 19-year-old game is what you should play with this GPU at 8K, preferably, to get these FPS. So 7680 by 4320, again, max settings, because, well, there's only one setting. Actually, is this more detailed than usual? Maybe not. Are those reflections of the cars parked in front of the store, guys? Because there are no cars parked in front of the store or palm trees and stuff. So that's a little bit weird. Let's look at Tommy's face there. Oh, yes. So gorgeous at 8K res. How's it going, bud? I don't have a drink, sorry. So in this one, we are actually more CPU bound than in the previous one. So it seems like they made some changes here in the game world. Put some more things on it. No, don't you dive in front of my car. Police, it was a mistake, okay? Look at that. They don't care. They know it was a mistake. They know she wanted to die, actually. Yes. Oh, what the heck? Oh, my God. What is happening here? Is this supposed to work like that? This is so weird. I'm not sure if it's supposed to work like that. I've not seen that before, honestly. And I played this game on PS2. Of course, I can't go back. In this game, it also doesn't work. But yeah, that back there was very broken. We got 1% lows of 40 because of it, guys. And we're getting now 300s, not 30s. 400s. Yeah, it is basically the same thing as before. It's a bit weird because the physics and some of the game things break at these higher FPS. But maybe police is actually broken, now that I think of it. Well, okay, there it is. Let's see. Yes! See that? They don't come after you. This is a cheat, guys. Oh, no. Never mind. 3 gigabytes of VRAM utilization in a 19-year-old game. That's just magnificent, guys. Oh, yes. Oh, I actually forgot the definitive editions. Well, we'll test those after these three, okay? GTA San Andreas at the, you guessed it, 8K resolution. I'm actually using anti-aliasing. Should we disable that? It's 8K, so I disabled AA for this one, alright? But everything else is set to the maximum. I mean, this game is way more intensive than the previous ones, so that's why I disabled AA. You don't really need it at 8K, right? I mean, I can't see any jaggies, maybe in those palm trees, but that's just game design, I guess. It feels a little bit weird still, the mouse, and the GPU usage is not fully utilized. As you can see there, it's not maxed out. So maybe AA would actually utilize the GPU at 100% because it's at 40s and 70s and sometimes 80. What the heck? That's a huge difference there. All right. Also, FPS are unlocked. You can't really tell, but they are unlocked. They're not locked to like 144, right? I actually went over it a little bit earlier. I will try to enable AA now. Set it to 3 like it was at the beginning, and I can't tell a difference, but the GPU... Wait a second. I can't move my mouse now. Oh god. No, wait. Does it touch? No, it doesn't work. Alright, we need a car. At least we are fully utilizing our... sorry people, our 3080 Ti now. Yes. In some ways. Actually, GPU usage is maxed out there. VRAM is at 5 gigs, but the TDP, the power usage, isn't maxed out whatsoever. Alright, sometimes it doesn't go up to 99%, but still, even when it goes up to 99%, I'm not seeing like the 350 watts. Well, it went up there for a second there with the smoke, by the way. Yes, look at that. Oh my gosh, just a little smoke in the screen just wrecked everything. Now you can read the signs very crisply. Crispy. What? Is that even a word? Well, it is now because I invented and I'm crisp. So there you go. But yeah, in some areas, even with 3 times AA, it doesn't get utilized properly. I mean, it's an old title from 2004, so it's expected that it doesn't run that well in today's PCs, or that efficiently, should I say. But yeah, the smoke effects at 8K are just absolutely insanely unoptimized. Look at that. Dropping into the 60s sometimes. And we died. That's it for GTA San Andreas. So these released last year, and of course we're playing at the high settings using the 4320p resolution, again 8K, performance DLSS, because these are actually pretty intensive, and I'm curious to see like VRAM utilization, how it's gonna be. Okay, here we are. Damn! Alright, even with DLSS, it is in the 70s and 69, around 69, okay? That's actually very nice. Can we get a 69 average? That would be perfect. So these games, unfortunately, stutter a heck of a lot. You can see the frame time graph is totally broken there. Yeah, VRAM is not maxed out, thankfully, so we're not really seeing huge frame time spikes, but it is a little bit worse than what I was expecting, honestly. This is using DLSS on performance after all, and the 8K res. Although everything else is pretty much maxed out, even the lighting is maxed out, which is super intensive in this game. Maybe in the next ones, which tend to run about the same as this one, by the way, because they're all in the same engine, maybe I'll play them at 4K instead, because probably many of you are gonna play those games at 4K anyways, right? So there's no point. Well, I kind of know why I was expecting better, because the visuals aren't anything to write home about, and this GPU can actually play games like Battlefield 2042 at 8K with DLSS. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, it did play it alright-ish. And that game, of course, looks way better than this one. Look at those stunts, guys. Dense forest areas like this one are going to be the most intensive ones in these games. It's not really dropping that much. It is playable, it's just not really that enjoyable because it drops from 60 and the frame time is all over the place. But that's just a game issue, they didn't optimize it whatsoever. High settings preset, 3840 by 2160, 4K res. I'm actually... should we disable the DLSS? Let's do native resolution first, alright? And I'm actually utilizing DirectX 12 in this one. In the previous one, it didn't really matter. I was actually using the X11. But yes, in DX12, you do get way better FPS, and it's a little bit smoother, as you can see. So you get rid of those stuttering issues. Again, if you play at these settings in GTA 3 the Definitive Edition using DX12 as well, you will get around the same FPS. Maybe like slight difference, 5 to 10 FPS less or more depending on the situation. But yeah, it is a little bit better in terms of stability, for sure. So, in my opinion, if you want to make sure that you stay above 60 FPS 100% of the time, maybe you should enable some DLSS here in this one. It actually looks really good, almost like native resolution. We're still CPU bound at times, by the way. Damn it. How is the 5900X only capable of, like, what, 100 FPS average in DX12? It's stupid. This game's optimization is really bad. Oh, we found the fountain as well. Look at that. It's not really dropping our FPS tremendously like in the previous one. The original one, actually. It is still very stuttery, though. It doesn't really solve the frame time issues of this game. Yeah, I guess that's on the developers to fix it, but the game has been like this since it released last year, so I'm not really sure they will do something about it. It's very, very unfortunate to see this, actually, because this would have been a really great game for people to enjoy these older titles. By the way, this is like the most intensive thing in this one. It drops into the 30s. That's a little bit worrisome, I guess. Bushes, not really that intensive in Vice City, apparently. You can't really enjoy these games properly with tons of stuttering issues and weird performance bugs like that. Water fountain right there, water hydrant, fire hydrant. Yes, that's it. Remembered, guys. I remembered. You have 120 seconds to collect 24 checkpoints. I'm not gonna do that, buddy. I am so sorry, game. No, please, can you get out of the way? Oh my, this is starting very well. Okay, there we go. What? Oh, no. Why this way? Oh, yes. I am terrible at driving in games. Come on. No, go up. Oh. Okay, maybe here. All right, there we go. No. Ooh, ouch. All right, I'm just going to keep the bike and go. Thank you. Oh my, I can't even. Holy crap, she's moving away from the crime scene. The guy just disappeared. She burned the body or used acids for it to disappear or whatever. Some Breaking Bad stuff. And now it's time for the definitive edition of GTA San Andreas. 3840 by 2160, still using the same settings. And now let's use DLSS on quality. Change things up a little bit so it's not the same thing over and over again. This is way better. All because of DLSS. It makes a huge difference, of course. And this area isn't really that intensive, honestly. So we're gonna move to a more intensive area in just a little bit. Alright, I think the most intensive areas in general are like areas with a ton of vegetation, as usual. What are you doing? The guy was clipping through the ground there. Okay, this car is way better, guys. Oh, things are blinking. The power lines right there are blinking, probably because of DLSS. But it's a minor thing, honestly. It looks really good. It looks sharp and detailed here. I'm using a 4K monitor to run this. Oh my god, okay. How am I not dead? I have no idea, but we earned some dollars there. We're heading towards a foresty area. I am so sorry, guys. Hi, oh, no, you are a little bit mistaken. The water is down there. Yes? You gotta help people sometimes. Maybe he's blind, I don't know. Go. He's actually going towards the water, interestingly. No, please don't kill him! Okay. He still failed at that. Don't kill the guy! Oh my gosh! See, he's just a blind guy trying to dive into the water, guys. That's what's happening. And what is this taxi driver doing? I don't understand. Did he die? Oh my god, he did die. No! What? Are you kidding me? He wants to kill me because I crashed into him. Oh god. Oh, he died now. The taxi driver also died. Where's the other one? What a shame, dude. Oh, what are we doing? 2008 GTA 4 is next, and we're back to 8K res using the highest settings aside from these two, because these are actually more CPU intensive. Okay, the main issue with GTA 4 is that it stutters a heck of a lot. These are very good FPS for 8K, 100 plus basically, really impressive actually. But it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel very smooth because the frame time is not smooth either. So what you need to do to solve that... Oh god. Okay, I'm just gonna go now. Thank you. Yeah, what you need to do to solve that is lock your FPS. And by locking them to 60, for example, it will deliver a really, really smooth and very playable experience. I actually tested the 3080 Ti in GTA 4 separately at a lot of resolutions, ranging from 1080p all the way up to 8K, with and without FPS locks. And yes, I can tell you that with FPS locks, it's just a way better experience, guys. You don't need to install like Vulkan and stuff like that, although that's very easy to do from what you've told me. So let's set it to 60 there. I'm using RivaTuner to do this. And as you can see, that frame time is now super, super good. It's so smooth, guys. This is definitely... Oh my gosh, I almost exploded that thing. This is definitely the way to play GTA 4 if you don't want to install any mods on it and stuff. If you just want to keep it vanilla, this is it. 8K actually does make a difference as well compared to 4K in this one, because it gets rid of almost all of the jaggies and stuff. I can still see some jaggies, for example, right there. I mean, yeah. But at 4K, those are very, very apparent, because this game, it doesn't have any AA options, and it looks really, really jagged. Or jaggy, whatever, yes. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but sometimes there is still a little frame time spike, and you can feel the stutter, but it's so much better. It actually feels very smooth right now. And this is definitely how I'd play this game, even on a 4K monitor, guys. Again, it does make a huge difference in how the game looks if you utilize the 8K resolution using the SR in Nvidia control panel, by the way. Finally, the gorgeous GTA 5 at 8K using very high settings, not maxed out, by the way. Res quality set to high instead of ultra, post effects set to normal so we can avoid the motion blur ugliness, and advanced graphics are all turned off because they are very, very intensive. And as you can see, it seems like it is still a pretty playable experience, but unfortunately not 60 FPS anymore. You actually need to drop a few more settings if you want to play at 60 frames. It is a single player game. Of course, if you play online, it's not a single player game anymore, and you actually should aim for 60 FPS. But that's more of a CPU intensive scenario, and we'd probably get the same FPS actually at these settings, because the CPU won't really bottleneck it at 50 frames per second. But anyways, we're here testing the GPU, so it's single player time, and it looks gorgeous, guys. At 8K resolution, I can't see a single jagged edge in this game, even without anti-aliasing. It's not like GTA 4. If you have a 4K monitor, you gotta try it for yourselves. Just set it to 8K and see that it actually does make a difference. I would still not recommend this, because the 4K experience is much better. It's 100 plus FPS, basically, and super, super smooth, and it still looks, of course, gorgeous. But yeah, this is just so we can actually put a little bit of strain on the 3080 Ti. And if you're interested in seeing the 4K results, 1080p results, 1440p results, okay. I have recorded an entire video testing all of those resolutions, including like 10K, 12K, and 16K resolutions as well. And surprisingly, it actually played the game reasonably well at 16K. Can't wait for the next generation of GPUs, by the way. Those should probably... Wow, what a landing. Should probably run these older titles at 8K max settings absolutely fine. I hope so, at least. As you can see, it's dropping into the 30s and 40s. because vegetation is super intensive. If we utilized ultra grass quality, it would drop from 30. That's super intensive. Hi Jack, how's it going? It's good to see you, buddy. And even though you don't really like me, kind of. I mean, he does like us, guys. Even though he's always running away from us, he's just trying to say that Bob is somewhere around here and we need to kill that bastard. Anyways, over here, 30s. Not bad, actually. It's decent. Goodbye, Bob. Actually, not nice to meet you. So that's been it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed it. Oh, boy. And, yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll catch you in the next one very soon. As always, love you all. Bye-bye.